Aloha YouTubers, this is Mark from Hawaii, and I'd like to demonstrate something that I found that's pretty cool. It's very brand new and innovative. This product is called the WattsUp.net meter, and the way this works is that you plug in an appliance in. Here's the plug. In this case, I have a Vornado fan, and this is a variable speed fan. So I'll demonstrate that you can turn the, you can just hear it going up and down in speed just by turning the dial here. Right now, turned up full blast, this fan is running about, it's drawing about 69.8 watts of power. And as I turn the speed down, you can see the wattage display going down accordingly. So if I turn it all the way down, at its very minimum, it's still drawing about 27.5, 26.8, 25.9 watts. It will also display watt hours. It displays the voltage and the current. This unit, by the way, is rated for 120 volts at maximum amperage of 20 amps. Now, the neatest thing about the WattsUp.net, as you can see, this is .net, is that you can plug this thing into your internet connection and it will push data onto a remote website that you can use. So here I have, just to make life a little bit more interesting, I have a Linksys Wireless G bridge, and here I have a Wireless G broadband router. So I plugged my cable modem into it, and I've also plugged in my computer so I can actually, get online. And through that wireless bridge, it will talk to via this router, push the data onto the internet and get to a website. Now that's the real cool thing about this, and voila, here is the website. As you can see, the data appears in tabular form, and again, the way this works is that it pushes data, in this case every 15 minutes. I don't know if you can see this, you have a time and date stamp, you have the watts, the volts, the amps, the watt hours, maximum watts, maximum volts, maximum amps, minimum volts, and power factor, which is really nice. So you can, in this case, I have a Vornado fan, so it is what would be considered an inductive load. So power factor is kind of important, and it also tells you what the volt amps and the frequency is. Here's what you can see as the I've plugged into my account the residential rate for KWH here, which is 30 to 31 cents, and based on 1 day's worth of data with 100 samples, it figures out that, okay, my demand is about 3.6 watts based on this fan. Of course, some of it is, it's turned off quite a bit. So for this particular day, a day and an hour in this case, it's about 0.082 kilowatt hours, and based on that, it's about 2 cents. So I've used 2 cents worth of electricity today running this fan. Fan ran in the morning, and then now I'm running it again in the evening. By the way, this time and date stamp, I believe it's set to The company is based in Denver, so right now it's looking at Denver time, but actually locally here in Hawaii it's about 7:52 p.m. The last data that was pushed onto here was at 11:44 p.m. Denver time, so it's about a 4-hour difference between here and Denver, I guess. You know, it's I think this is a very innovative product. There are some other features here that the company is working on. This is a brand new release. It just came out in August, and I think I got one of the first ones. But there is this thing where you can turn the load off and on remotely, and you can also write rules if you upgraded your account. This account is, by the way, is free. So I got this, you know, as a result of buying this meter, which was with the shipping, it was about $260 American, and I think you can upgrade your account, and you can even get a better interval rate down to, I think, 5-minute data. So the meter will push the data onto the site every 5 minutes as opposed to 15 minutes if you so chose. And you can also write a couple rules. There were some manage rules there, so that you can do things like demand shed based on the demand, and also time of use. So at a certain time of night, if you want to make sure that the fan is off, you know, I could write a rule that says maybe at between 5 and 9 p.m., which is what we call our priority peak period in Hawaii, I could turn that off. So it has some applications that would be really useful to a utility for what they call demand response. You can also download the data files, the tabular data. Now the data in this free account that I have gets populated, like I said, every 15 minutes and for 30 days. Then it rolls over and overwrites that. Now, with the next level of an account, a paid-for account, which I think is $5 a month, it will archive for I think it's 3 months or 90 days. So, you know, as you go up in price on a monthly basis, you get more features, and you can add more meters as well. So again, this is watsup.net, and the website is, if you'd like to look into this, is www.watsupmeters.com. And I really think that this company has something that's really neat and innovative. You know, something that I think people, especially techno geeks like maybe yours truly here, really want to see, and it's you know, very timely, given the kind of energy situation that we're in right now. So that's what I have for you. WhatsUp.net meter, and aloha.